So, I played the Balan Wonderworld demo. It is not great. Okay, so I'm going to start with things I like about the game first. Music is really good. Like, no joke. The music is absolutely fantastic. It kind of reminds me of Sonic Unleashed in some respects, and that's not a bad thing. Sonic Unleashed had a killer soundtrack. Also, the character designs are really, really good, and the actual, art style of the game is really fun. The graphics themselves are actually pretty decent. It's nothing that'll blow your socks off, but it's good. It's serviceable. Unfortunately, that's where the compliments end. First off, the game's controls. This game is physically uncomfortable to play. The best way to describe how it controls is mild ice physics at all times. When you start running, there's a huge amount of wind up before you hit full speed. And then there's wind down when you stop moving, and when you're turning, you don't turn tight. You turn kind of slowly. Your character physically turns very tightly, but the actual movement turns very loosely. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. The jumping is fine, I guess, but the actual horizontal movement is the worst thing about the game, and unfortunately, because it's a puzzle platformer, that's the most prevalent thing about the game. The power-ups feel fine, I guess. There's a couple that I wasn't really sure about, but every single costume and every single, you jump with every button that isn't used to move or switch between costumes. And the costumes all do the same thing with that as well. Their abilities are all mapped to all the buttons except for those inputs. So, it feels overly simplified. I'm all for simple systems, but this ain't it, Chief. This really ain't it. You really, in order to beat the first mini-boss and the first boss, you literally just have to run into him over and over. Just run into them 3 times and they die. It's so stupid. The boss mechanically is fine. I probably would have enjoyed it more if it weren't for the fact that the game's movement sucks ass. It really does. Like I said, it makes me physically uncomfortable to play. I feel ill just thinking about playing it more. Getting through Chapter 1 made me never want to touch this game again. And this game is going to be $60 on release. It feels like a $20 game at most. I can't recommend it. I'm not playing it on release. I really was hoping it would be good, and I wanted to like it, but it just ain't it, Chief. This game is not good, and I'm sad. Anyways, I hope you all have a good day. Stay safe out there. Goodbye.